This is a confluence of factors.
It is, and it's going, from fizzle down to, or sizzle to fizzle, I should say, because the first quarter was a blistering start, of course, and also 2020, even through the pandemic, was pretty strong for the IPO pipeline here in Hong Kong. But the second quarter has posed a different situation. Obviously, there's, of course, some inflation concerns on the markets, and many investors are selling out on high, rich value tech companies, but by and large part, the tech crackdown on Alibaba/Ant, as well as others, the 34 other companies that were, of course, summoned to regulators to crack down on their perceived anti-competitive ways, has sent a bit of a chill to the IPO market, because we all know if you have that preface, Alibaba-backed company or Tencent-backed company, you usually do pretty well on day one and in the beginning parts of the IPO. Not so much anymore, because investors are much more cautious. Just 7 companies, Heidi, have gone public so far here in Hong Kong in the second quarter, after what was a very blistering first quarter and also a very strong 2020. The first quarter had Bilibili, it had Baidu hitting the market with multi-billion-dollar deals. But since then, the 2 biggest names we can probably mention in May have had fairly lackluster opening days. JD Logistics and China Central Management, their May listings were the worst average debut performances in 15 months. Louis Zhe, let me just give one market context here from Wealthy Securities, sums it up this way: investors are no longer comfortable paying sky-high valuations for some of these companies.
What does this mean? Is this just a pause or possibly a prolonged slump then?
That's going to be an interesting question. I did talk last week at the JP Morgan Global China Summit to Paul Yuren. He is the head of Asia Pacific Investment Banking. He is long-term very bullish on the Hong Kong capital raising market for IPOs and the like. However, the pipeline coming up in the next few weeks or next few months is going to be telling. You see the names on your screen here. China Yuran Dairy Group, it's backed by Engle, one of the biggest dairy companies in China, but it's old economy company. It's not new economy, definitely. And then there's Angel Align Technology. It does invisible orthodontics. That will be a key one, but probably the biggest name coming up on the tech space is NetEase Cloud Music, the streaming music arm of the big internet gaming company. That filed for a Hong Kong IPO in late May. We have to see what the appetite's going to be like for these companies.